Okay, guys, good evening. It is now 10 p.m. New York time on Wednesday, February 22nd, 2017. And just making a very quick follow-up video from the one I made earlier this evening prior to the Australian dollar news that came out. And just want to make a quick follow-up. So as I mentioned before, we had private capital expenditures quarter over quarter come out. And as you can see, it did come out negative. They were expecting a small decrease of negative 0.4%. It came out at negative 2.1%. So that is definitely worse than expected. Keeping it in perspective with some of the past readings, besides this one back in November 2015, they were all, about the same amount, in terms of how negative they were, versus the forecast as this one. So it's not a great number, but the patterns did suggest that it would be negative. So I just want to review just a couple of the pairs that I looked at earlier, and then that'll be pretty much it. So here is the Euro Aussie, and so now this news came out 2.5 hours ago. So it came out right here at the crosshair. That's where the news came out, and you can see we did spike up, and we're pulling back a little bit right now, but that does look like a correction. Here we are down on the 20-minute chart. We can see the compression going up and now going down, spread apart. I suspect probably for the rest of the Asian session we'll be kind of just moving along here and not doing too much. And then probably during London, I would expect that the Euro Aussie will continue to the upside. So I did take a long just before the news came out. I got in right about here. This is my demo account, so that's why I don't see it on here. I'm going to hold it. I have a stop down here just below these lows here. But I think it will move up. And what else? Aussie Swiss down to the 1 hour again. I got in. I took the trade just before the news came out, so right about here, and it did push down, and now again it's retracing a little bit. So the thing to be careful of, like I mentioned before, guys, is that this the Aussie has been very resilient. And so, although this news was negative, we'll see where this goes. I do think there'll at least be a correction down on these Aussie pairs. I don't know how long it's going to go. Will this be a larger correction down? Did we finish this ABC pattern? Now we're going to come down back into this channel. I'm not really sure at this point. Let me see. I'm just going to measure this again. This is on the daily Aussie Swiss. Again, 360 pips if this is an ABC, and 330. So I'd feel more comfortable if this A and the C were equal distance, but they're not. The C is a little bit shorter, which could possibly mean that it's going to go up again. So I'm going to keep an eye on. I am short. I'm going to hold the short for now. Again, I have a stop just above here, and we'll see where it goes. The Aussie dollar, I did not take a trade here, but you can see that also went down. Aussie yen, same thing. This would have been when the news came out. It did spike down. So it was pretty much across the board that it went down. I also did not trade the pound Aussie, but let's see what that did. Pound Aussie did go up, so that would have been this candle right here, and again it's pulling back now. We'll probably continue up tomorrow. So anyways, guys, that's it. The pattern did confirm at least a temporary change in direction for the Aussie. We'll see how much follow through there is. I'm going to hold my positions though and see what happens. We do have tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. New York time, we have RVA Governor Lowe speaking again. He spoke yesterday, didn't really do anything. He is speaking again tomorrow. And what's he doing? Due to testify before the House of Representatives Standing Committee on Economics in Sydney. So this one could be more impactful than the one that he spoke at yesterday, just in terms of what the subject is. So he's going to be speaking. That's basically the same as like Janet Yellen speaking before Congress here. He's going to be speaking in front of the Australian House of Representatives Standing Committee on Economics. So that could be interesting. So if you still are in a position on the Aussie at the time this news comes out, you might want to take a look at it before he starts speaking, because that certainly could spark off some volatility. Now, whether that continues to send it down, or whether that ends a correction and starts going back up again, that will be the question. But I will certainly be keeping an eye on that one as we go forward tomorrow afternoon. So something to keep an eye on. And for the rest of the day tomorrow, you got some U.S. dollar news, unemployment claims, crude oil inventories. These don't usually do anything. I don't know why they keep these as red impact. I mean, unless there's something way out of whack, these aren't going to have any impact. So, and then the last thing for the week would be Friday morning for Canadian CPI. So that'll be the next thing probably I'll be looking at. So anyways, guys, so that's it. I hope you were able to make some pips if you decided to get in. Keep an eye on it. And that's it. Hope you all have a great night, and talk to you soon. Appreciate you watching.